All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to share with you my first meal of the day. What I eat and how I put that meal together. Very simple, tastes delicious, at least to me. Okay, and it's also very nutrient dense, calorie dense, and protein dense, all the stuff that more than likely you guys are interested in. So currently right now it is 1:50. I'm gonna whip this thing up in under 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna start eating at 2 o'clock p.m. So let's get into it. All right, so one thing you really gotta know about my diet is very consistent. I eat the same things repeatedly. Now this is not torture for me because I like what I eat, right? So you wanna find things that you really like to eat and then eat those things. And then when you absolutely get tired of it, well, switch some things out. Try some different sauces and stuff like that. But my diet, very simple, very quick and easy, right? So my first meal is oatmeal, a kiwi, and a protein shake. Now to start, I did 1 cup of oats with 3 tablespoons of raw sugar cane, because I'm not stringent when it comes to sugar. I'll put the sugar in there, I don't really care, right? So then I have 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of either sea salt or Himalayan salt. Now my preferences as far as what I put in the food is going to be rolled oats, all right, and Himalayan sea salt. So that's the pink sea salt, because that's the one that has way more minerals than the sea salt. I don't really use iodized salt. I go for the Himalayan salt just because it has way more of the minerals and whatnot, so there's just more benefit to having it. And the rolled oats is because rolled oats are less processed. If you want to get the ones that are the least processed, then you would go for the steel cut. The only difference is steel cut oats take way longer to cook. So rolled oats is in the middle, right? But I'm not too stringent about these things. Just as long as it's got the micronutrients, the protein, the carbs, and all of that type of stuff, it's quick and easy to make, then that's what I'm gonna go with, right? So I cook this stuff on a low flame for the most part, but I cook it on a medium to a high flame just to get it to boil, and then stir it up. I like it to have a little bit of like a soupy kind of texture, whereas as opposed to a thicker, more dry texture. So I mean, you cook it to whatever texture you like, right? Maybe you want it more creamy or something like that. Well, then you would use maybe some cashew milk or something like that. In this case, I just used water, right? I'm a very low frills guy. So that takes only a few minutes to cook, like around 5 minutes or so. Then just whip out a kiwi, peel the kiwi, and then for the protein shake, it's just 1 scoop of pea protein in oat milk. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of oats. Which, Bridget, if you're watching this, I know you are not a fan of oats and you'd rather me do the breakfast quinoa. So we're gonna get together and do that recipe, if you're still down to do it. But in that case, that's pretty much it for my first meal. Now, the calories and macros and stuff around this, quite simply put, this is around 955 calories, in between 950 to 980. When I calculated it in MyFitnessPal and Chronometer, it's in between 955 and 980. I'm gonna say 980 because of all the sugar I went and dumped in there, but 955 to 980. Let's go ahead and say 970, right? Just as a ballpark. Just under 1,000 calories. It's 55 grams of protein in this meal, 120 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat. All right, I don't remember how much fiber, but it is enough. I know by the end of this day, I'm gonna get in, I wanna say 90 to 100 grams of fiber within my eating window. So that's pretty much the deal with that. As far as the kiwi is where I get the potassium and the vitamin C and all of that, antioxidants. I am definitely a huge fan of kiwi. So definitely, if you're looking for an amazing fruit to incorporate into your diet, hit up the kiwi. And then the pea protein, I like pea protein because the peas are predominantly protein, what is it, like 80% or more of protein, so it's very high in protein. That's what gets this meal to that 55 grams. So if your goal for protein is like 100 grams or something like that, then this meal and like a half a cup of lentils, half a cup of any rice of your choosing, with some chia seeds in there, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and another protein shake if you want. That's gonna cover your protein as well as your carbs. And then throw in some dark leafy greens and whatnot in there. Get your 4 cups of dark leafy chopped greens, cook it however you want, and bam, right? You hit your protein for the day and your carbs and your fiber and all of that. So you can get this done in like 2 meals. 3 meals if you want, but 2 meals is more than enough because this one meal was already 955 in calories. So for me, I target 22 to 2300 calories, and I can get that done within a 6-hour period, and my eating window right now is 8 hours. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. So I'm going to get to my food and I will talk to you guys later.
Hoje aqui no baile o bonde veio assim, taradão e bolado pra tacar o piru aí. Vou te pegar,